How to be obsessed with success. So the question is not, do you want success? The real question is, are you willing to be obsessed with it? Because only the obsessed ever reach it. Now, let me tell you something. Success is not a casual thing. It doesn't come to the one who wishes. It comes to the one who works. You don't stumble into greatness. You chase it. You run after it. You live it. You breathe it. And here's the truth. Most people want success, but they don't want the obsession. They want the reward without the relentless effort. But if you want to be different, you must decide to let success consume you, to let the dream live in your mind, every morning, every night, and in every choice. You see, obsession is not unhealthy when it's directed at the right things. It's the fuel of champions. It's the hunger of leaders. It's the heartbeat of progress. The weak dabble. The average try. The great, they obsess. So ask yourself again, not, do I want success? But, am I willing to be obsessed with it? Because that decision will shape your future more than talent, more than luck, more than anything else. Now, let me share something with you. Most people want success, but wanting is not enough, because wanting is weak. Obsession is strong. Think about it. Everyone says they want a better life. They want more money. They want health. They want happiness. But wanting doesn't create results. If you want to step into the world of success, you have to make a shift. And that shift is simple. You must turn desire into obsession. Now, let's define this clearly. Obsession is not casual interest. Obsession is not convenience. Obsession is commitment, day after day, week after week, year after year. Here's the truth. Most never get there because they don't develop this mindset. They treat success like a hobby, something they do when they feel like it, something they chase when it's convenient. But success doesn't respond to convenience. It responds to obsession. Let me ask you, have you ever met someone who was so driven, so focused, that nothing distracted them? It almost looked unusual. It almost looked extreme. But here's the key. Success belongs to the extreme. Average effort produces average results. Half-hearted action produces half-hearted rewards. But obsession produces greatness. You see, the difference is not talent. It's not background. It's not luck. It's mindset. It's the willingness to say, I will not stop until I have it. Now, some people get uncomfortable with this word obsession. They say, isn't that too much? Isn't that unhealthy? But let me tell you something. The most successful people in history were obsessed. Obsessed with their craft. Obsessed with their mission. Obsessed with becoming the best at what they do. Michael Jordan was obsessed with basketball. Steve Jobs was obsessed with design. Elon Musk is obsessed with the future. You cannot name greatness without naming obsession. So why do most never get there? Because they are afraid of obsession. They are afraid of what others will say. They are afraid of being different. They are afraid of leaving comfort behind. But let me remind you, comfort and obsession do not live in the same house. You must choose one. Most people choose comfort. They choose television over studying. They choose sleep over discipline. They choose excuses over effort. And that's why they never get there. But a very few, choose obsession. They choose focus over distraction. They choose growth over laziness. They choose to do what others won't. And that's why they stand out. Now here's a principle you must write down. What you think about all day long shapes your future. If you think about distractions, you'll build a distracted life. If you think about excuses, you'll build a weak life. If you think about success morning, noon, and night, success begins to shape your world. Your obsession becomes your reality. Here's a key thought. Success is predictable. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's cause and effect. Plant, and you will harvest. Ignore, and you will go hungry. So let me challenge you. Stop treating success like a casual dream. Start treating it like oxygen, something you cannot live without. You must wake up thinking about it. You must go to bed thinking about it. You must work on it when others are resting, because only the obsessed ever reach it. So, why most never get there? Because they stop at wanting. But wanting is not enough. Obsession is required. Let this be the foundation of your journey. Decide today. You will not be casual. You will not be average. You will be obsessed. Because the road to greatness belongs only to those who refuse to be anything less. Let me tell you something. Obsession demands more than desire. It demands sacrifice. You see, most people want success, but they want it on their terms. They want it without the cost. And that, my friend, is impossible. There is no shortcut. There is no magic. There is no easy path to greatness. To be obsessed, you must be willing to give up something. Something comfortable, something familiar, something that doesn't serve your vision. Let's be honest. What are you holding on to that's holding you back? Is it late nights scrolling your phone? Is it wasted hours in front of the television? Is it relationships or habits that drain your energy? Obsession requires you to let go, to trade what you are for what you want to become. Think about it. If you want to rise, you must rise above distractions. If you want to grow, you must let go of stagnation. If you want success, you must be willing to pay the price. And here's the truth. Most never do. They complain about lack of results. They blame circumstances. They hope for change without changing. But the obsessed? They do what others won't. They work when others rest. They study when others play. They focus when others are distracted. This is the nature of obsession. It's not convenient. It's not comfortable, but it works. Let me give you a principle that changed my life. You cannot have the life you want without giving up the life you have. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. You see, sacrifice is not loss. Sacrifice is investment. Every hour you spend learning instead of wasting. Every dollar you invest instead of spending. Every disciplined choice you make instead of indulging. It compounds. It grows. It builds momentum. And here's the magic. When your sacrifice is fueled by obsession, it no longer feels like suffering. It becomes excitement. It becomes purpose. Because obsession transforms pain into power, discomfort into determination, challenges into opportunities. Now, let's talk about common sacrifices. You must sacrifice the need for approval, the need for others to validate your actions, because the moment you rely on approval, you lose obsession. You must sacrifice fear of failure. Obsessed people fail, often and openly. But they fail forward. They fail with lessons. They fail with courage. You must sacrifice instant gratification. Success requires delayed reward. You plant seeds today, not for immediate fruit, but for tomorrow's harvest. And let me remind you, these sacrifices are daily. They are repeated. They are consistent. The people who are obsessed do not complain about what they give up. They celebrate it. Because every small sacrifice is a step closer to their dream. Here's a truth to engrave in your mind. If you want to go up, you must give up. If you want to achieve, you must abandon. If you want to stand out, you must leave behind the ordinary. This is why most never achieve their potential. They are unwilling to pay the price. They are unwilling to work when no one is watching. They are unwilling to focus when the world distracts them. But when obsession is strong, sacrifice becomes second nature. It becomes part of your identity. You are no longer someone who complains. You are someone who acts, someone who gives, someone who grows, someone who achieves. So, ask yourself today, what am I holding on to that's holding me back? What comfort am I choosing over my dreams? What temporary pleasure is costing me my future? Decide now. Decide that your obsession is worth the cost. Decide that your dreams are worth the pain of letting go. Decide that nothing, not fear, not distraction, not comfort, will stop you. Because here's the secret. The sacrifices you make today will create the life you live tomorrow. And the obsession that drives those sacrifices will be the force that carries you beyond average and into greatness. Obsession is not easy. Obsession is not casual, but obsession fueled by sacrifice, is unstoppable. Let me tell you something. Obsession alone is not enough. Desire alone will not carry you. Passion alone will not create results. You must combine obsession with daily discipline. Here's the truth. Dreams without discipline are fantasies. Goals without action are just wishes. Obsession is the fire in your heart. Discipline is the engine that drives it forward. Think about it. Every great achiever you know, every one of them, they were disciplined. They took consistent action every single day. Why? Because their obsession demanded it, and discipline made it reality. Now, let me ask you, do you have a routine that reflects your obsession? Or are you drifting day by day, hoping success finds you? See, discipline is simple. It's not complicated, but it's not easy. It requires you to do what you must, even when you don't feel like it. Obsession will get you started. Discipline will keep you going. And when the two work together, nothing can stop you. Let's break it down. First, set your priorities. Decide what matters most. Because if you try to do everything, you'll do nothing well. Second, schedule your day around those priorities. Obsessed people don't leave their success to chance. They plan. They protect their time. They focus on high-value activities, not distractions. Third, take action daily. It doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be consistent. Every small step compounds over time. Every effort adds to momentum. Every disciplined choice moves you closer to your goal. Here's a principle I want you to remember. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Obsession creates vision. Discipline builds the bridge. Without the bridge, vision remains a dream. Now, let's talk about resistance. Daily discipline is not always comfortable. You will feel tired. You will feel distracted. You will feel tempted to quit. That's natural. The difference between the average person and the obsessed achiever is simple. The obsessed person acts anyway. The obsessed person keeps moving. The obsessed person refuses to be idle. And here's the beauty. Discipline strengthens your obsession. Every day you show up, every day you push yourself, your obsession grows. It's a feedback loop. Action fuels obsession. Obsession fuels action. Now, some people think discipline is restrictive, that it kills creativity, that it makes life rigid. But here's the truth. Discipline actually frees you. It frees you from chaos. It frees you from wasted time. It frees you from regret. When you are disciplined, your mind is clear. Your energy is focused. Your actions are intentional. And when discipline meets obsession, you become unstoppable. Let me ask you another question. What daily habits are reflecting your obsession? Are your mornings designed for success or for distraction? Are your evenings filled with growth or with mindless comfort? Obsessed people design their days carefully. They understand that ordinary effort produces ordinary results. They know that greatness requires extraordinary consistency. So here's your challenge today. Look at your daily life. Identify the gaps between your obsession and your discipline. Close those gaps. Take action that aligns with your vision. Do it every day. Do it without fail. Because the truth is, the bridge between your dreams and your reality is built with disciplined action. And every plank of that bridge is laid by the choices you make today. This hour, this minute. Obsession without discipline is wasted energy. Discipline without obsession is empty routine. But together they create results. They create momentum. They create extraordinary success. Remember this. Discipline is doing what you know needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Obsessed, disciplined, focused, committed. That is the formula. That is the way to turn your obsession into results. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. Let me tell you something. Obsession is easy when everything goes your way. When the winds come fast. When people cheer you on. When the path is smooth. But here's the reality. That is not life. Life is never smooth. Life will test you. Life will challenge you. Life will push you to quit. And this is where most people fail. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack opportunity. They fail because they lack persistence. They give up when it gets hard. They crumble when resistance shows up. Obsessed people are different. They don't quit. They don't complain. They endure. They persist. They rise every time they fall. Now, persistence is not stubbornness. Persistence is intentional action. It's discipline combined with desire. It's showing up again and again, even when the world seems against you. And resilience? Resilience is the shield that protects obsession. It's the mindset that says, setback is not defeat. Failure is not the end. I will find a way. Let me give you a practical principle. Fall 7 times. Stand up 8. This is not just a saying. It's a lifestyle. It's a rule for the obsessed. Step 1. Accept the struggle. You must understand this truth. Hardships are part of the journey. Obstacles are inevitable. Resistance is guaranteed. So don't waste energy wishing things were easy. Instead, accept that struggle is the price of greatness. Say to yourself, if it were easy, everyone would do it. I am willing to face difficulty because my dream is worth it. Step 2. Break goals into micro actions. Obsession can be overwhelming. When the dream feels massive, it can paralyze you. The solution? Break it down. Divide your big goal into daily micro actions. If you want to build a business, don't focus on the $1 million dream first. Focus on one call, one email, one connection, one task at a time. Micro actions fuel persistence. They give daily wins that keep your obsession alive. Step 3. Reframe failure. Obsessed people view failure differently. Failure is not a signal to quit. Failure is feedback. Failure is a teacher. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? How does this make me stronger? When you see failure as a lesson rather than a loss, your obsession grows. Every setback becomes a step forward. Step 4. Build a supportive environment. Obsession cannot thrive in a toxic or distracted environment. Surround yourself with people who support growth. Seek mentors who have been where you want to go. Limit negative influences that drain energy. Your environment either fuels your obsession or it destroys it. Step 5. Celebrate small wins. Persistence requires motivation. Motivation requires acknowledgement. Celebrate every small win. Every step forward is proof that your obsession is working. Even small progress compounds over time. Momentum builds. Confidence grows. Persistence and resilience are like muscles. You strengthen them by use. Every time you refuse to quit, you grow stronger. Every time you overcome a setback, your confidence multiplies. And here's the truth. The world respects the obsessed, not the ones who talk, not the ones who dream, but the ones who persist, the ones who endure, the ones who rise when everyone else would fall. So let me ask you today, when it gets hard, will you quit or will you persist? When others say it's impossible, will you give in or will you rise? Obsession without persistence is just fantasy. Persistence without obsession is just routine. But obsession plus persistence equals unstoppable. Stay obsessed. Stay focused. Break your goals into steps. Reframe failure. Build the right environment. Celebrate progress. And no matter what comes, no matter how hard life pushes, you will keep moving forward because obsession drives you and persistence carries you. The hardest battles create the strongest warriors. The biggest challenges build the most successful lives. And the people who refuse to quit are the ones who reach heights most only dream about. Let me tell you something. Obsession is not just about chasing goals. It's not just about making money. It's not just about fame or recognition. Obsession is about transformation. It's about becoming the person capable of handling the life you dream of. Because here's the truth. Success doesn't simply land in your lap. It lands in your life after you've grown into it. Now, some people chase success, but they remain the same. Their habits are the same. Their mindset is the same. And guess what? Their results are the same. The obsessed? They change. They evolve. They become extraordinary. Obsession transforms not only your achievements, but your character, your confidence, your courage, your life. To live fully, you must understand why you are obsessed. Obsession without purpose is dangerous. It can burn you out. It can make you restless. It can leave you empty. Purpose gives obsession direction. Purpose gives obsession meaning. Ask yourself, why am I pursuing this goal? What difference does it make in my life and the lives of others? When your obsession is connected to a higher purpose, every sacrifice becomes worthwhile. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes a stepping stone. Purpose fuels passion, and passion sustains obsession over the long haul. Obsession is not an occasional activity. It's not a weekend hobby. It's a lifestyle. The obsessed live their goals daily. They design routines that serve their vision. They read, they study, they practice. They think about growth, even when no one is watching. Daily integration turns obsession into habit, and habits create results. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Take action consistently, no matter how small, no matter how routine. Obsession thrives on daily motion. If you want your obsession to transform your life, invest in yourself. Invest time in learning. Invest energy in improving skills. Invest money in opportunities that expand your growth. The more you invest in yourself, the more your obsession compounds. Your knowledge increases, your capabilities expand, your confidence grows. And here's the key. The person you become through obsession is more valuable than any reward you seek, because your growth determines what you can handle in life. Obsession that transforms life does not exist in isolation. It touches others. It influences people around you. When you are committed, disciplined, and persistent, people notice. They are inspired by your dedication. They begin to believe in possibilities they didn't know existed. Your obsession becomes a ripple effect. The more you pursue excellence, the more others are motivated to rise. Remember, success is not just personal. It's relational. It's about making a difference while achieving your dreams. Living fully means enjoying the journey. Obsession is not just suffering for results. It is a thrilling pursuit. It is joy in the challenge. It is gratitude for the growth. Celebrate small victories. Celebrate milestones. Celebrate the person you are becoming. Because living fully is about more than reaching the finish line. It's about who you become on the path to your goals. It's about designing a life worth living. Obsession gives life intensity. It gives life focus. It gives life meaning. And it transforms ordinary days into extraordinary moments. Now, let me be clear. Obsession does not mean neglecting life. It does not mean abandoning family, friends, or health. True obsession is aligned. It balances growth with relationships. It harmonizes ambition with integrity. It strengthens character while pursuing results. Because what good is success if your health fails? What good is achievement if your relationships crumble? True obsession builds a life that is rich in every sense, personal, professional, and emotional. Finally, remember, this obsession never ends. The moment you stop growing, you start falling behind. Obsessed people continue to learn. They continue to challenge themselves. They continue to push boundaries. The pursuit itself becomes a reward. The process itself becomes a teacher. The journey itself becomes a transformation. And every day, they become a better version of themselves. So now you know, obsession is not optional. Obsession is not a luxury. Obsession is the fuel that drives extraordinary lives. You've learned about mindset, sacrifice, persistence, and transformation. You've seen that success belongs only to those willing to pay the price. And you've discovered that obsession doesn't just achieve goals, it creates the person capable of living a remarkable life. Remember this, you don't need permission to pursue your dreams. You don't need approval to take action. The only approval you need is your own. Decide today. Decide to be obsessed. Decide to work harder, push further, and grow faster than anyone around you. And when life gets hard, remember, persistence is your ally. When setbacks come, resilience is your shield. When doubt arises, your obsession is your compass. The life you dream of, the success you crave. It is not beyond your reach. It is within you, waiting for you to claim it. So go, be obsessed, live fully, and transform your life into the legacy you were meant to create. Because only the obsessed truly achieve greatness.